Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of TJ and the Grumpy Old Man podcast. I'm your host, as always, Son X, and with me, as always, is our sports analyst and expert, the Grumpy Old Man. They say there's no shame to his game because he is always the same.
Hey, X, that's me. That's a really good intro, X. I'm going to give you props. You're screwing it up for months now, and you got it right. It wasn't perfect, but it was close enough for government work.
Good enough for government work.
Close enough for government work is what it's called.
It's good enough for government work. But
Okay.
anyway, we got to go over some housekeeping first before we get into the show. If you guys do enjoy the content, and even if you do not enjoy the content, please like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comments. That way we can get this algorithm out to the masses. We want as many people watching the show as possible. That would be very great and greatly appreciated. Also, if you do enjoy the content here, we do have another show called the Islanders Never Say Die podcast. That is every Wednesday at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys enjoy the show here, like what we do, head on over there at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesdays to go ahead and check that out. Also, this show, we shoot to have it every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Set your watches, clocks accordingly so you can tune in.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
That is correct. So I think we got into all of the housekeeping, Grumpy. Big week for sports, right?
Yeah.
NFL week 1 regular season's been going on. Currently still going on tonight with the Bills and the Ravens. Should be a very good matchup. That was the AFC semifinal game, right?
I don't know which one it was.
I think it was the semifinal because it was the Bills and the Chiefs last year in the AFC Championship.
Okay, yes.
So it would have been the semifinal game, yes.
Yeah.
So
the conference, what did they call it? I don't know what they call it.
I just considered it the semifinal because it was the game before the AFC Championship.
The divisional round.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Just one thing, since we're all sports show, I just want to say it looks like we kind of have in the world of tennis a new rivalry.
Okay, I've not watched any tennis. I'm gonna be 100% honest.
Carlos Alvarez, and
I know that kid. I know of him.
And the Sinner kid from Italy. Alvarez has now won the last 2 finals, Wimbledon and the United States Open. Sinner has won against them also. So it looks like there's our rivalry for the foreseeable future. Those two
honestly, that's the best thing for that sport.
Yeah.
You got to have You got to have 2 people who are close enough that are really good in talent wise to keep people watching and entertained. Because if you just have one guy, like, okay, when Federer and Nadal both retired, it was just Djokovic and he was winning everything because there was no competition that was even close to him. And to me, you lost a lot of viewership, in my opinion.
I think tennis was most popular in the 1970s when you had Bjorn Borg, John McEnroe, Jimmy Connors, Guillermo Vilas, Vitas Gerulaitis. They had so many guys with different personalities. You look at the guys today, they're all cookie cutter.
Yeah.
Just like in most sports now, everybody's a cookie cutter. Everybody's the same. You ever notice, X? Everything's the same. Well, back then, everybody was totally different.
Yeah.
And, they look different, the hair, Ilya Nastasi, just so many different guys. And I think that's when it was really in its glory days. But then
I think when I watched when I was younger, it was still really good too with Andy Murray and Federer, Nadal,
Djokovic,
Del Potro.
Right.
Isner was also playing as well for the U.S.
Yeah.
There were, and the thing was, like, what was Isner known for? The powerful serve, right? But I mean, again, something that's different than other players. He wasn't. Yeah. It was like, okay, it's serve or bust for him, right? But still,
now the rackets are the graphite rackets. Back then, in the olden days, in the 1970s, they were using wood rackets.
Yep.
So you weren't hitting the ball 4,000 miles an hour.
That's true.
Placing shots, moving guys around the court.
That's how you
things
won.
Like that. That's, something to be said for that, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So I thought I'd bring that up.
Yeah, but no problem there. But yeah, we had a big week for sports. We had college football week 2 with some upsets, which we will get into that. But first, we're going to get into the first NFL game that took place this season, Grumpy. The first regular season game. And I have a question for you on this as well, and just need your insight on this and what you think. So this occurred, and I know you know about this, Grumpy. This occurred during the first game. We had the spit from Jalen Carter at Dak Prescott. Right? You see here, boom, you see the spit flying.
There was a lot of spitting going on this weekend.
So also, I don't know if you know this, Grumpy. Dak originally started by spitting towards, did not spit on him, didn't spit on him. He definitely spit, and he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing because he smiled after he did it. He spit towards Jalen Carter.
And went towards him. And went towards him.
Yep. And spit at him and smiled at him. He knew what he was doing. And then Jalen Carter reacts and ends up getting tossed from the game. I have one question, Grumpy. Should they change now whenever the Cowboys and the Eagles face each other? Should they make this the Huck Tua Bowl?
No, they should not.
No.
But I do want to comment on it a little bit. Absolutely, Dak Prescott knew what he was doing. But you know what? He must know something about Jalen Carter as well. Because I think the whole thing was set up. This was before the first play of the game. They were just lining up. And he goes over there. He kind of spits in his direction. He's looking at him. Carter was up by the line of scrimmage. He just spits, but he's far enough away. Got guys on the side of him. Then he smiles and he walks up and he spits at him and he gets ejected. Yep. He must have known that it's pretty easy to get under Jalen Carter's skin, right? I mean, why else would you do it? It was, just the grin on his face after he did it.
He knew. He knew what he was doing.
And he knew it would get a rise out of him, and it absolutely did.
Still didn't work, but yes.
It didn't work, but it certainly helped Dallas keep the game close, I feel.
Absolutely did. Grumpy, do we want to get in some comments real quick?
Sure. Freedom Fun Adventure says, Son X, do something nice for your father and play the Matthew Schaefer skating versus the NHL players video.
Do you want to save that for? Do we want to save that for Wednesday's show?
Sure. Do you have it?
I don't have it pulled up at this second, but
you're aware of the video?
No, I'm not aware of the video. I've not seen the video. Okay. I was just going to ask if you wanted to save it.
We'll do it for Wednesday's show. Absolutely.
Okay. We will save it for Wednesday's show. Freedom.
Something tells me it's going to make Matthew Schaefer look really good, so that will make me happy.
I agree.
Freedom Fun Adventure adds, did you guys ever discuss Rampage Jackson's son's evil attack on the wrestler?
I don't know if that,
you will get bounced.
Yeah, it's pretty graphic content. I was going to say, I'm almost positive that it would probably shut down our stream.
We can talk about it though.
Yeah, we can discuss it if you want, but I can't pull up the footage of it.
Yeah, it's weird. It makes it seem like it was a work to start.
So it was. I've done extensive research on this.
Okay, well, run with it, X. Run with it.
So essentially what happened was the altercation all occurred because they were backstage. He was doing a kick stream, which is like a live stream thing. Rampage Jackson's son was. And the guy, Psycho Steve is his name, is the guy who got pretty much essentially knocked out into a coma. He went ahead and hit him with it was like a prop can kind of thing across his head. He did it for, to try and boost views. And he's like, he even says afterwards, you see them both afterwards. He's like, I'm sorry. He's like, I thought you'd be cool with it. He's like, this is just kind of what we do. It's like, a thing that we boost up, we boost up ratings. We boost this up by, causing fake fights right ahead of time to boost the ratings and boost views. So he's like, that's why I did it. And they even shook hands afterwards and everything was cool, all this, that, and the other thing. And then, he mercilessly just attacks him in the ring.
He thought that he was part of the show.
Well, he was supposed to be.
The Jackson guy.
He was supposed to be.
And then when the guy got really pissy, he went to shake hands and he apologized. He said, I thought you were part of the show. The guy he wouldn't shake his hand. And he says, well, then another wrestler came up and said, well, you get your receipt in the ring. You want to be part of the show. This guy had a camera with him, right?
Rampage Jackson's son. Yes. Yeah.
So you would think that he's part of the show. the thing about wrestling is when you're out there, you're giving your body to the other guy, not to hurt you. I mean, that's the only way it works, right? And the Jackson guy totally abused that privilege. I don't know what his problem was.
He was pissed off because he hit him with the can.
Okay, but it's
That is the reason why. And he went and took
But
that.
he no-sold the can. He no-sold the can. So in other words, he probably, did one of these and he no-sold the can. He didn't go down. He wasn't injured.
It was before the show even occurred. This was like backstage where they're all just out there drinking and smoking and having a good time. And he went ahead and he hits him on the side of the head with a can. Oh, it's like a prop can. It was empty.
Well, that's my point. He no-sold it.
Yeah.
The guy, the Psycho
Steve.
Stu,
Steve, Stu,
okay,
whatever.
Steve, whatever. Psycho SS said, I'm sorry. I thought you were part of the show. I thought you were part of it. And he's like, no, I'm not part of it. I just.
They shook. You do realize they did shake hands after.
Yeah, which means everything is cool.
Yep. And then apparently one of the other wrestlers of the show was like, oh yeah, you can go in there and just beat the crap out of him as much as you want.
No, he said you get a receipt is what he said. So that's like you get one shot return. And this guy, first of all, this guy is not a professional wrestler.
No.
He's a below average MMA fighter. But still, if you're not expecting to get hit, and you're giving your body in essence to the other guy and he potatoes you and knocks you out.
And then continues to assault you after the fact as you're knocked down on the mat. And the thing is, nobody in there was doing anything.
It took a while because they all thought it was part of the show too. I mean,
here's the thing. He's connecting with shots. You can tell he's connecting with shots.
Yes, I agree. But what I'm saying is they got in there pretty quick. I mean,
but he wouldn't let up. Even the guy who went ahead and pulled him away said, he's like, if I wasn't able to tackle him or get him to the ground and control him, and he's like, and he overtook me, he's like, I would have ended up in the same exact way that he did. He's like, he would have beat the crap out of me as well. He said he wasn't going to stop. That's the guy who went ahead and tackled him. He said he wasn't going to stop.
Well, you know what? At the end of the day, I'll take 8 wrestlers jumping and beating the shit out of that one guy. Because they all would have defended their own. Yeah. That's what would have happened. I mean, if things had gotten really bad. The Jackson guy something needs to happen to him.
He should go to jail, right?
Oh, yes, I think so.
If it's me or you, what's happening?
That's assault. Like I said, if you watch the whole video from the beginning, he didn't even no-sell. I mean, the guy hit him with the can, but it's a working can. I mean, and he pulled the punch, and he didn't even say, oh shit, that hurt. Nothing. He just stood there and acted like, indignant towards it. And the guy felt bad because he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were part of this.
Yep.
I mean, and he apologized numerous times.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just
absolutely deserves jail time.
I have zero sympathy for the Jackson kid. None. And here's the thing. Why did he do it? Because he's a failed MMA guy. That's the reason. He's not Rampage Jackson. No. He's freaking Ramrod from behind Jackson is what he is.
Jesus.
Okay. Freedom Front of it says, you just toll out of bed.
Is that saying you just roll out of bed in time for dinner and this show's on X?
No shave.
I know. I needed to shave.
You're feeling tired again after stuffing yourself with all the free food? How did Aaron Rodgers look beating the Jets? Happy? Okay. I'm glad we brought this up. We had today. Let me tell you something how the meal went today. I said, we were having chicken cutlet parmesan, so I cooked, brand new chicken, breaded it, did the whole nine yards, spaghetti, the whole thing. And then I'm taking, in essence, do you want it with spaghetti? Do you want it without spaghetti? Do you want it on a bun? Do you want it just on a plate? Do you want it with sauce? You want it without sauce? You want it with cheese, without cheese, whatever you want. I was willing, I made potatoes. So, and you want to know what X did to help the meal? Did he fill up the water in the refrigerator? No. Did he even say thank you? No.
I did say thank you.
He did not say thank you.
That is a lie. That is a bull. That is a flat stated lie. You are
His-
lying right now to
His
everyone.
dog came over and all he was doing was mooching food as well. The shameless hussy that he is. It was interesting. Not even a thank you.
I said thank you.
Thank you, grumpy old man.
I said thank you to both you and Warden. We said thank you guys for the meal. You're lying. So
I don't remember hearing that.
no. Well, I said it to both. Ask your wife.
She's in bed right now.
Okay.
And she'll back you up.
Convenient.
She'll always back her little sonny boy up. every
It's
time.
not backing up if it's the truth.
Sounds like a backup.
AK, she doesn't want to lie. Like you just apparently are just free will just to do it whenever
Did you
want.
fill up? Did you fill up the?
No. I'll answer truthfully. No, I did not fill up the water. I did thank you though.
Were you here on time for the meal?
No, I was not here on time for the meal.
Oh, so he showed up late for the meal.
I was
I
late.
understand.
Yep, that's correct.
I said,
I'm not lying. I'm not lying like you.
How come you were late? You didn't even shave.
Grumpy's main theme song. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
I don't remember hearing you say thank you.
Tell me
Usually you do.
lies.
Usually you do.
I always do, and I did thank you this time. Maybe I didn't thank you directly, but I definitely thanked Warden.
Well, I was like, to
I
me,
absolutely did.
I was like a short order cook today, right? X, would you not say that? I'm working the broiler. I'm working the stove. I'm working the potatoes. I'm working the spaghetti. I'm working the sauce, working everything. And everyone's over here complaining.
Warden helped make that sauce yesterday. She absolutely did. Because I remember when we went to your house yesterday, she was prepping it and making it for today.
Who do you think was making? Who do you think makes?
She said she was making it.
That's what she said.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Who's
She
the guy
said,
who
yeah,
worked it?
she said, yeah, I'm making the sauce for tomorrow.
Yeah, she stirred the sauce.
Okay, she said she was making the sauce for tomorrow.
Okay, did you do anything?
No, I'm not
No.
saying I
So
did.
don't try to criticize all the work I did.
I'm not saying I did.
And
I'm
I
just
watched-
saying
and I
you
watched-
said that you did again. Tell me lies. Tell me sweet little
And
lies.
I watched.
You're
I watched
lying
my,
again, saying you're doing
and I
more than
watched
what
my-
you're doing.
I
To
watched
try
my
and
grand,
pump up your ego.
I watched my granddaughter
Rampage
yesterday.
Jackson.
Took multiple
Junior.
walks around the neighborhood with her. And what did you do, X? How many donuts did you eat today when you came over the house?
How many what donuts?
Donuts. How many
I
donuts?
think I had like 2. I actually only had 2.
Did you take any home with you?
Yeah, I took home the leftovers.
You took all. We had 24 donuts. How many donuts did you take home?
Not even a full box.
Not even a full box. Was that 9?
Probably something around there. Yeah,
How many of them made it?
I
To your
took
house?
however many your wife told me to take.
Oh, she told you. I think she offered, and you said, "If it's free, it's for me." That's the X.
That's a
motto.
really good motto. So
It is a good.
it's a good one.
motto.
That's a way of life right there.
Okay.
Anyway,
Let's get back to the Jets game.
Aaron Rodgers.
Do you? I don't know if I was on the phone with you or not. I might have been when the Jets inexplicably went for a 2-point conversion
I was not on the phone with
in
you.
the first quarter of the game. I'm like, you watch that wind up beating the Jets today
And it
because
did.
they do so many. The Jets do Jets things. They had that game in hand today and wind up losing down the stretch. And Aaron Rodgers probably looked as good as he's looked in the last 3 years.
Yes, I agree.
Right.
I agree. I think this
And-
was a big game for him too.
And he reveled in the fact that he beat the Jets.
He absolutely did. He came out and said, I'm happy I beat everyone that's associated with the Jets.
But
He's like, there are a lot of people in the front office that probably thought that I couldn't play anymore. He's like, it was nice beating them.
But now he's a jerk too, though.
He is.
Because Brees Hall said, well, does it feel kind of crazy since, you played over here and now you're on the other side? And he's like, well, I was here 2 years, but, I only played so many games. If really it'll feel different when I play Green Bay, but not here so much. It's like he just dismissed the
Being
Jets.
with the Jets completely.
And he said, and I know there are guys over there, higher ups, who didn't think I could play anymore. So, yeah, I'm glad I beat everybody associated with the Jets today. You know what? A little bit of hate is good. But I'll tell you what, against a good team, he don't have it anymore.
That's true.
He just don't have it anymore.
All right, Grumpy, can you read this or do I need to zoom it in?
Can you zoom it in just a tad, please? Center in front of the ball, both offensive guards in neutral zone. Just enforce the written rules. LOL. Let's see.
It's the beautiful game, and then this is the photo.
Well, I don't see where the ball is.
It's underneath the center. You can clearly tell that the ball is not in front of the center, seeing where his helmet's lined up.
Okay, but so what was the penalty? Who was it on?
They didn't call anything. This is when
Well,
they had
nothing should have been called. I don't. I mean, it looks like his
I think
hands
the
are.
ball,
Like the ball's up
he's,
by his helmet.
it's not. His helmet is above the ball.
It looks like a brown color right next to the side of the helmet to me.
There isn't any. It's just a black line, Grump.
Hold on. I don't know what that color is.
I can't zoom in anymore. That's the max.
Okay.
So.
Who's complaining about this? What loser fan is
it's
complaining
not a fan.
about this?
It's a player.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think he's a player. I think he's a fan that just dresses up.
He looks like a bitch. Stop. Just stop your crybaby. Stop crybaby. Because I'll tell you what, there's somebody else on the show who all they do is complain. I said before the season started, what's the over on under when X calls and complains about the refereeing? And it was the first quarter. You know who's a really good tight end?
Who?
Dalton Kincaid. You remember Dalton Kincaid, don't you, X?
I hate him.
He just caught a touchdown pass.
Oh, well, damn, that's more than he had all last year. So that's more than he had all last season combined. Yeah. Every single game. I hate him. Hate him. You know what this is? He's Todd Gurley 2.0 for me.
Todd Gurley.
Because guess what? He'll be one of the top performing tight ends in the league this year. And guess what? I'll get the chance. I'll draft him next year, and he'll do what he did for me the previous year, which is
he's on the waiver wire in some leagues. You can very easily pick him up if you like.
No, actually, I'm picking up that Brian Fannin Jr. kid.
How'd your fantasy teams do this weekend?
God awful. God awful. Terrible.
I went, I think, 0-3 in my fantasy league.
I went 0-3 in my fantasy league. I don't think I put up that few amount of points ever in fantasy.
It was a record low. I think, but why do you think that particularly the best players in the league, why do you think they pretty much underwhelmed?
Preseason games. This is essentially their preseason game.
Exactly. They don't play. The players don't play in the preseason anymore. So it's probably going to take 2 or 3 weeks before they're revved up to play.
Yep.
So, I mean, unfortunately, the NFL doesn't care. The teams certainly, they don't care. I mean, the fact Cincinnati today, and I have a lot of Cincinnati guys on my roster. Burrow,
Chase Brown.
Chase
Brown wasn't bad.
He was okay.
Touchdown. He was a touchdown. Okay. He had a touchdown. Okay. He didn't have 4 receptions for 20 yards.
Okay. I expect more than 13 points out of him. So I just think that, it's early. It's week 1. That's why I try to warn people. I said to you, it's week 1. You cannot overreact to week 1. Things will change. Saquon Barkley wasn't great.
I'm ready to blow up the team.
I know. Well, I mean, hey, I'm always willing to make a trade. So. What is this?
Huge chance Vrabel plays O-line at some point this season.
Let's see what goes on here. Oh, geez. Okay. Vrabel's in his 50s now. Oh, my gosh. Do it. Look at him. He's not even using his hands. Oh, there he finally gets his. Oh, my God. That guy should have been cut. I don't know who it is. He should not make the team. If you cannot bull rush your coach and sling him to the ground, he just kind of look at that. Oh, my God.
I don't even know if the guy was actually trying.
He was a lot. Well, you know what? If you want to make the team, you should try. Knock him on his ass. Don't call me out again, coach.
That's true. I agree with that. I can agree with that. Now, Grumpy, this is going to be a good one for you here. I think you'll really enjoy this one.
I don't know. What is it? Oh, here we go. Oh, Ryan Clark, our friend Ryan Clark.
Maybe says that's the non-player in you to Peter Schrager, and then says, "Don't belittle me like that. I can come and say as 3 ex-players are saying one thing and give an alternative perspective." And then Ryan Clark says, "Peter, what I need you to do is not get mad and let me finish." Let's go ahead and watch this one.
Oh boy.
Wake up this morning. Are you feeling okay? You look at AJ Brown, which is this number 1 wide receiver who got 1 target all night, and then you got CeeDee Lamb. But that's the
when was the one target?
That's the target.
But
though.
I'm saying when was the one
I'm
target?
saying you could have it both ways.
54 seconds left in the game on 2nd and 11. It was the one target. He runs the out route.
You wake up this
the
morning saying AJ Brown had a better day than CeeDee Lamb.
But you know what you wake up saying though? AJ Brown's team is 1-0.
Of course,
right? Like that's what
I get it.
But the thing is this though, and
we shouldn't do this on TV. And so I apologize if people think this is rude. That's the non-player.
Oh,
view.
stop. That's no, that CeeDee Lamb is
Let me tell you why. I'm not saying
I'm not looking at fantasy football, Ryan. I'm not. Don't belittle me like that. I could come in and say, as 3X players are saying one thing, and give an alternative perspective that maybe CeeDee Lamb did play well. And
Peter, what I need for you to do is not get mad and let me finish for one.
Okay, go on.
It wasn't about you. It was going to be about me.
Okay.
As a player,
Tom Brady
I
owned
can't
this guy.
speak for CeeDee Lamb. I'm speaking for me.
Pick up this.
God,
Okay. Ryan Clark.
he's a dick.
He was an average safety. He ran his mouth to Tom Brady once, and Brady just lit him up and went to him at the end of the game. Don't ever open your mouth about me again.
As
And
he still did that recently.
Of course he did. You can't help it. You know what? Peter Schrager should have said, you know what? I can't believe we have so many football players with IQs under 50 doing television shows. Because I would throw it right back in his face. Absolutely. Because Peter Schrager is smarter than Ryan Clark. Dan Orlovsky, he was a backup. You know who's not saying anything? Teddy Bruschi, a champion.
No,
You don't
he's
see him
not
saying anything. Here's the thing. A.J. Brown had a shitty game. I can tell you that because he only caught one pass, 1 for 1, and it was right at the end of the game. I don't know if he was not part of the game plan. I have no idea. I think it's because they don't play anybody in the preseason. It takes a while for these teams to get going. That's what I think.
I think it's the fact that they have Saquon Barkley now, and they're a run-first team now.
But
That's what I think it is.
they didn't look great running the ball. I thought the best runs they had were Jalen Hurts on escapes out of the pocket. I thought Jalen Hurts was the best player on the field offensively for the Eagles.
Oh, yeah. Jalen Hurts was great.
I mean,
Okay, but again, you just said it right there. Why do you look great? Because he's running around. They run the ball. That's what they do. They run around. They run the ball. That's their style of play. Same thing as Baltimore. Baltimore's a run-first team. They're not a pass-first team. They're a run-first team.
True.
They don't scheme guys to get open. They don't run short routes. It's either, okay, run everybody down the field. If nobody's open and everybody's covered and they're dropping the linebackers back, our mobile quarterback is going to run to get us a first down. That's how they play.
I just think that most teams looked rusty.
Oh, wait, hold on, Grumpy. We can't comment on this because we're not ex-players.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I
Can't
know
comment.
I'm smarter than Ryan Jackson. I know it.
You mean
Ryan Clark. I know I'm smarter than him.
Okay, well, that
I'm
was
smarter than Ryan Jackson, too. Whoever
just
it is.
messed up his
There's
name.
nobody named Ryan Jackson smarter than me.
Oh man.
Ryan Clark. What was the ridiculous trash that he spoke this week?
Oh, it was something about Brady and Peyton Manning not being
And Drew Brees, not generational.
generational talents. But he
Okay.
says, he's an imbecile. Ugh.
But Patrick Mahomes he likes Patrick Mahomes, the loser.
He
Patrick
does.
Mahomes.
He
The
does.
guy could never be Brady.
You know what's
Could never be
funny?
Brady.
You know what's funny? I watched I saw something that said if there were like 3 or 4 different plays, Patrick Mahomes would be known as the biggest loser in the NFL.
Yeah.
If that phantom holding call wasn't called against the Eagles and Jalen Hurts didn't fumble that ball, he's a loser there. If Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't turn the ball over and can get 1 or 2 first downs, he loses the game there. They got blown out by the Eagles and blown out by Tampa Bay, right?
Yep. Everyone always make excuses.
And then also if with Brock Purdy, I think there was
they had a chance. They got chicken at the end.
and then who was
He
it?
didn't even play to
One of
win.
their star defensive players blew out his Achilles before going on the field the first play of the game
Yeah.
for
right.
San Francisco, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, he was like 3 or 4 plays away from being like the biggest losing quarterback. So I just found that kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, okay, you could say this, that, the other thing. They could have won other games too. I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter. But the fact that he singled out somehow Brady, Manning, and Drew Brees. Now, you could say that they're not generational athletes. Okay, I'll go. He thought that Andrew Luck was a generational talent. Andrew Luck never won anything.
Yeah, right.
Never won anything.
And he
You
also
have to
retired
win.
after like 4 years in the league.
Just the guys that he said are generational. I'm like, just stop. And it brings me to somebody who had a better game this week than last week, but I think he's more hype than
Arch Manning.
Arch Manning.
Yes.
Again, he throws the ball 3/4 underhand.
And interesting, I have something later on in the show to show about his throwing.
Okay,
So
that's fine. Then we'll talk about it later.
we'll talk about it later. But I do want to get into this. This is John Gruden over here. He says, these guys at Barstool apparently like to have a pretty good time. Reminds me of a guy I coached, Sebastian Janikowski. Let's go ahead and watch this one, Grump.
But Jack missed some of the details of his job on Sunday.
That's not true.
Because he was a little banged up.
We were playing when I was with the Raiders. We drafted Janikowski in the first round.
Yep.
Janikowski, he was missing field goals the first 3 games, and I was really pissed. So we went to play the Saints in New Orleans, and Janikowski's late for curfew. He didn't get back until 3 o'clock in the morning. So now I'm really pissed. He can't make field goals, and he can't make curfew. So we're playing. I swear, we get the opening kickoff. Might have been the second possession. We get a couple first downs, and it's a 58-yard field goal, 56-yard field goal. I go, field goal. And Bob Casulo, the special teams coach, he says, are you out of your fucking mind? He's drunk. He can't make it. I go, field goal. I actually wanted him to miss. He hit it right down the middle. I met him on the near half. Great fucking kick, man. Love you, brother. As long as you can play.
Only in New Orleans.
That's
Only in New Orleans.
was he was. Oh, he was shit faced. No way. I swear he had to be.
Only in New Orleans. It
You
has
asked Janikowski that.
Just consider me Janikowski.
Yeah.
I might be drunk, but I'm banging that 58.
Yeah, Jack, I love you.
You'll
man.
get straight when you
You
need
want to go
to.
move to Florida with me and Jake?
That was pretty funny.
John Gruden just seems like a fun guy who you'd like to hang out with, doesn't he?
Yes. He does.
Particularly like in a relaxed setting like that with people he knows.
Yes, I agree. He seems like a pretty cool dude.
Yeah.
All right, and this is the last piece of NFL that we got, Grumpy, and then we can switch to
We
another
gonna talk
topic.
about any of the NFL games today or what? Oh,
Yeah, we'll talk about this one. I think we can just go over briefly. I mean, about the stuff with the NFL games. If you want to, we could just do like a little recap of them, but
Yeah, just real quick.
it's up to you.
Well,
But yeah,
so
this
I'll-
one we want to go deep into detail.
Okay. You got, man, Miami's going to be the worst team in the AFC East.
Agreed. They're brutal.
They're just so bad. Is Mike McDaniels going to last the year? I don't
No.
think so.
No.
I don't think so. Tyreek Hill was already imploding on the sideline in the first quarter. Maybe it was the second quarter, but he was losing his mind on the bench.
Yeah, real bad.
The second interception he threw today was just so scary dumb that I didn't get. I'm like, a guy's flashing across the field at the right at the sticks. They needed a first down. It was 3rd and 5, whatever it was, and he's like wide open coming across the formation.
He's
right at the line of scrimmage.
He's in mid-season CTE form.
He is, and I'm like, there's your pass. I said, throw it, and he throws it downfield, and it gets picked by some linebacker. I don't even know why he's making that throw. They were throttled today by the Indianapolis freaking Colts.
And Daniel Jones at the helm.
Daniel Jones.
Danny freaking Dimes.
Danny Dimes.
By the way.
He made change today.
Yeah, right. He was Danny Quarters today, or Danny Dollars.
Danny
Dollars. That's what I was gonna say. How long before Russell Wilson is bounced as quarterback for the Giants?
When is the Giants bye week?
I don't know. I'll look it up.
Well, that's important.
I give it week 3.
Okay, it's not going to be week 3. It's going to be something depending on when their bye is. I would say
bye week
normally
is week 14.
It's week 14. It'll be before then. I want to say because the Giants were awful today offensively, awful.
They were brutal.
Russell Wilson really didn't play a whole lot in the preseason either. Their offensive line is bad. They're just bad. They don't have a running back. They're just bad. I think week 6 or 7 you're going to see Jackson Dart. That's what I think. They're not going to do it early enough. They play Dallas. They play Dallas this week. So I'll be interested to see how they perform there. But they're a bad team.
Yes, I agree.
Washington, great. I don't know. I don't think they looked that great today. But again, Terry McLaurin didn't play in the preseason at all. Debo Samuel didn't play that much. Jalen Daniels didn't play that much. I'm just saying to everyone, just pump the brakes a little bit after week one, because I think all the offenses looked a little sluggish today for the most part.
Yep. Oh, and then here actually was the quote we referenced earlier from Ryan Clark talking about generational talents.
Few of them. I think there's less than what you think. I think John Elway was a generational talent. I think Patrick Mahomes is a generational talent. I don't think Tom Brady, I don't think Drew Brees, I don't think Peyton Manning are generational talents. I think Andrew Luck ended up being a generational talent. I don't think there's a ton of them out there.
But so then what? Then how does one, in your eyes, be a generational talent? Because there's not a lot of difference.
Production.
Let me chime in here, because I love the argument back and forth between y'all. I ain't trying to get in the way of it. Here's the reality. The operative word here is. Do you believe Arch Manning is a generational talent? He could be, but he's not. Why not yet? What have you seen to say that he is?
There's no evidence.
There's no evidence.
Few of them. I think there's less than what you think.
I cannot believe he said that Tom Brady is not a generational talent.
He's dumb. And he hates Tom Brady because Tom Brady made that guy his bitch.
Here's my thing. Name me another quarterback. Name me another player that has 7 Super Bowl rings.
There are none.
Name me one.
A franchise.
Name me a franchise that has more than 7
Name a
Super Bowl rings.
franchise. There are none.
And the thing is, it's not like he was riding the bench on the Super Bowls that he won, right? It's
He
not like
won-
he was riding the pine, like just collecting them.
He won
was
all
starting
those
and won
games.
all of them. That's correct.
Down the stretch. Every single game was because of him. That's the difference. Again, if you're saying generational athlete, that's fine.
Sure.
Generational talent, I don't see how you cut out the greatest player in
Of
the
all
history
time,
of the NFL.
right? That'd be like saying Wayne Gretzky wasn't a generational talent, right?
Yeah.
No. He had the most points. He had all this, that, and the other thing. But I mean, he wasn't fancy out there when he played. So he wasn't the fastest skater out there. Not a generational talent.
Again, you can look at guys who like to run around and throw the ball. It's about winning games.
Correct.
Arch Manning, I agree with Stephen A. Smith.
Yes.
Arch Manning has showed me nothing. If his
Done
name
nothing.
was Arch of Triumph, no one would even be talking about him.
Yep.
Another guy that they were gushing about this weekend was the quarterback from Michigan.
Underwood.
Okay, might he turn out to be good? I don't know. Maybe. He looked like dog shit yesterday.
He was missing wide open receivers. Thank God he missed wide open receivers for me and your sake, right, Grumpy? But missing wide open guys. Also melting down on the sidelines, too.
But the whole thing is, okay, they're just saying, oh, well, he's going to be great. He's trying to be in the Heisman talk. Off of what? He looked horrible. If that's you know who looked like you want to know who looked like a Heisman Trophy candidate?
Mateer.
The Mateer guy for Oklahoma.
Yep.
That kid's a freaking winner. I don't know his size. I don't know if he translates to the NFL, but for a college football player, holy crap. He's
He looked
really,
good.
really good.
He's still, and we talked about it last night. He needs to work on his deep throws, maybe not throwing line drives as much and getting some air under it. So that way his receivers can kind of reach out in front of them, maybe leading the receiver a little bit more. Because there was one play, he had a guy wide open. He cooked the corner, but he threw a line drive pass, right? And the corner was able to make a play on it. Whereas if he puts some air under it and leads his receiver a little bit, it's a touchdown. Just small things like that. He just needs to do a little bit of work on. But yeah, he's looked through the first 2 games, night and day from that absolute, just terrible quarterback Jackson Arnold that we had last year.
I mean,
night and day difference.
And he's a leader.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
kid's a
Is.
leader.
Yep.
The team is behind him. Is Oklahoma a team that's going to win national championship?
Probably not. No,
Probably not. Are they going to be better than last year? Absolutely.
I think so. I think
They're
they'll have
deep.
they'll definitely be above 500 this year for certain.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
I'm rooting for them. I like Oklahoma. Always have.
Yep. Now we'll get into a little bit of baseball here. Grumpy says, of course, it ends on a bad called strike. Thoughts on this?
And here is the payoff. Strike three. Chisholm down looking. Ball game over.
It was close, but still, it's the problem I have with these guys framing every single pitch. I mean,
Jazz Chisholm is not happy.
it was close though. That ball was close.
Chisholm obviously.
The guy yanked it into like it was
It's a
dirt
ball.
down the part of the plate.
It's a ball.
But it was close. It's not like it was in the dirt and bounced 7 foot.
Okay. Well, don't worry, Grumpy, because we have some more. We have some more information about this.
And
This
I'm not
specific-
defending the umpires.
Well, we have some more information about this specific umpire. Let's see here. Yes, this is the same play. It says, I don't know if you can see, it says umpire Brian Walsh ended the game on a bad called strike to Jazz Chisholm in a 1-run game. Walsh missed 21 calls in that game, and 15 were against the New York Yankees.
Okay, I know they missed. There was a big line drive to Ryan McMahon that was obviously a catch.
Yep, this one right here. Yep, it says Brian Walsh rules that Ryan McMahon did not catch the ball, and after a conversation with the other umpire, the call on the field stands.
And they said that they could
I'm
not
saying nope.
review
Didn't
that.
have it enough time.
That's
And
terrible.
that is reviewable, as Aaron Boone is saying. Hold on a sec. We'll get another look.
Okay, right there. He's out.
That's in the air, and that's on
He's
the
out.
He's
transfer.
transferring the ball.
That's right.
I mean, if that were a double play,
Now Boone ran out because he was trying to get Adrian Johnson's attention. He didn't want the 15 seconds to go by and not be able to appeal.
yes, and he does get them to have a conference.
Right here.
Another look, clearly in
That's
the
a
glove.
That's a catch.
Yep.
He's got it.
He
He's
has
got it.
secured the ball, and now on the transfer, he opens the glove and loses it. That is classic definition of losing it on the transfer.
Terrible call. Terrible call. Yankees won that game, by the way.
No, they didn't. They lost.
No, they won that game that he made this that was cold ball. He won that game.
Okay. Anyway, then we also have this little snippet of information.
But still,
here.
you can't blow a call like that.
We also have this little
That's
snippet
why
of
you're supposed to
information.
have instant replay. That's the reason for egregious mistakes like that.
Umpire Brian Walsh missed 6 massive calls in the last 2 innings, all against the Yankees. Here's a picture on his Facebook. He is obviously a Boston Red Sox fan.
Yeah. Well,
So again, it would be like me going out there and officiating a game that the Red Sox are playing, right? It'd be like me going out there and officiating that. You think that this guy's putting his biases aside? No, he's not.
I think that if it's close, it's going to go against the Yankees.
Absolutely, it will.
Yeah.
He's a Red Sox fan.
Yeah.
He's a Red Sox fan. See, and this is the issue that I have, and this is why I think incorporate AI refs, AI officials, AI umpires. Do it.
All right. AI is going to be
so
the death. AI is going to be the death of the human race.
Well, okay.
Everything can't be AI. Cannot be. Sorry.
It can be involved. It can be involved in our sports, can it not?
No. It's a game played by humans, refereed by humans, for humans. It's not about AI. I hate instant replay. I hate it. Back when it started, I'm like, it's just supposed to be for egregious mistakes, not trying to split a hair of an atom. Let's split an atom. No. Really, really egregious calls. Anything you have to look up for more than 30 seconds, the play stands as called. That's it.
And this one you're
Anytime
saying,
where you have to zoom something in, I'd micromanage it. Oh, hold on. Is that corner of the foot on there? Did his fingernail touch the ball when it was going out of bounds? No, sorry. Okay, here we go. An absolutely dumbfounding call.
yes, absolutely dumbfounding call. We can go ahead and pop this one up here.
Got to get one past Ernie Clement.
That's a strike. No.
Wait a minute. Wait a
What
minute.
is going on at home plate? Brian Walsh, man.
Oh, shocker.
That's
I don't know.
literally right down the middle.
I mean, you couldn't set it on a tee in
Let's
the
hate the
heart
Orioles,
of the plate any better than. Look at this pitch right here. How do you miss that?
Got to get one past Ernie Clement.
Needless to say, these guys should not have a job, right?
That's true. That's true.
You should not be officiating games.
I agree.
You
I
should.
agree. Yes. Agreed, X.
And then we got some more interesting baseball tidbits here, Grumpy. I don't know. I think you did see this, and I know we had mentioned this and discussed it. Okay. Sear says, Dad was able to get a home run ball for his son, but a Karen in the section was not going to let him keep it.
Okay. Yeah, I want to see it. Now, here's the thing. I do want to say that it wound up turning out better for the kid.
Yes.
In the long run, it turned out better. But I'll tell you what, this fucking bitch never would have got the ball from me.
Agreed.
Never freaking ever. Lazy. Do you not know stadium etiquette for a ball in the stands? But get your filthy paws off me, you skank. See you next Tuesday, honey. Get out of here. This guy's a cuck, though.
And that was also the kid's birthday, too.
Yeah, here's the thing. I don't care. Whoever comes up with the ball in the scramble, that's whose ball it is. This isn't DEI. Sorry. You showed up to a game. Looks like stolen valor wearing that jersey, by the way. Look at her multicolor hair. What a loser.
And then this is another video of her.
Something tells me she is going to be vilified for this.
She already is.
Look at her. Move your ass. So she's going down.
No. God, Grumpy, calm down. It says the Phillies Karen was captured on camera getting in another man's face for heckling her after she demanded for the home run ball from a child. The woman marched over the man in the Eagles jersey and got in his face, where she appeared to flip the entire section off completely unhinged. We'll play that.
Yeah, you tell it. Woo! Oh shit! She took it from the little kid, bro. Oh shit!
Who's
Get it!
throw her over the side? Throw her onto the field.
The glasses are up. Karen is
I'm going to pour beer on her. I would have stolen the ball from her. Look at her.
Put your glasses on.
Honestly, for this being in Philly, I am super, super surprised that they're treating her like this.
First of all, X, if we went to a ball, okay, X, let's put it to you this way, folks. X, if someone had done something like that when you were younger, tried to talk shit about my kid or tried to guilt me into doing something, how would that have turned out for you think?
Okay, well, I can't use the pretty language that you probably would use towards her.
Would she have gotten the ball from me?
No. Long story short, no.
Would she have gotten a tongue lashing from me?
Yes.
Would she have cried on her way back to her seat?
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Ugh, that guy was a cuck. First of all, I never would have given that ball back. You know what? Sorry, you lazy bitch. How about you moved a little bit faster to pick the ball up? How about it? Guess what? I was a little bit faster than you. You were a little bit lazier than I was. You don't get the ball.
You would have said, "Get the fuck away from me, you fucking bitch." That's probably what you would have said.
That would not have went well for her.
Yeah, it would.
Like I said, I never would have given the ball. Get away, zebra. I mean, look at her haircut. What do you get? What do you get hair color like that? You got to deliberately make yourself look fucked up like that.
Oh my God. Okay, let's go to the next thing here. Here's a funny one.
I don't know who she is.
Grumpy.
I hope she loses her job. I don't care what she does. Nag? Is that her job for a living? No,
Actually, I heard her job for a living is stealing from little children.
Oh,
it says
if
Tua was spit on, and this was when I think this is when
this is DeMar Hamlin.
No, it's not. No, because this is the Seahawks and the Cardinals.
Oh, okay.
This is not. So this is another instance of a player getting injured on the field, and they brought an ambulance out there. This said if Tua was spit on. Oh man, yeah, Tua sucks. Tua sucks. We all know that.
He's terrible.
Tua blows. All right, Grumpy. Here is a interesting one. I'll throw this one up here. It says Bill Belichick on banning Patriots scouts. He said, it's clear I'm not welcome there at their facilities, so they're not welcome at ours. It's pretty simple.
Ouch. Ouch.
Do you comment on that and provide some sort of explanation on that?
Yeah, well, no, it's clear that I'm not welcome there around their facility, and so they're not welcome in ours. Pretty simple.
Over here on the.
What do you think, though, as a player going to play for UNC Chapel Hill, if there's a scout that's trying to go there to look at you and your coach is saying that they're not allowed to go look at you because of pettiness?
That is exactly. He's petty.
I mean, let's be honest. That's what it is. And as a player, right? As a player, how would you feel about that? That he's taking away an opportunity for you in the future to further your career and make more money for your, eventual family, right? He's taking away that opportunity for you because of a petty squabble that he had that the team let him go.
I don't think it really has an impact on the kids. I see what you're saying, but there's so much. They look at film. They might have wanted to talk to some players.
Well, that's my point, because a lot of scouts want to know how you are. They want to talk to you and get to know you as a person, right? That's why they have the in-person interviews when they have combines. They have those tests where they want to talk to you and get to know you as a person, how you think, right?
Right. So it doesn't mean that they won't get that opportunity, but it's incredibly petty.
Absolutely.
Of Bill Belichick, and he just won't let anything go.
No.
He refuses to let anything go.
Except for his 24-year-old girl, except for his money, because he's giving that all to his 24-year-old girlfriend.
That's the only thing he's not letting go right now is that 24-year-old girlfriend.
But he's giving up that money.
He's giving up that money. I wonder what his kids think about that.
I'm sure they're probably upset and they feel a little bit betrayed, I would say.
His reputation's taken quite a hit. In the last
It absolutely has, especially after playing TCU and getting, throttled.
I just think when you look at the Patriots dynasty, and I still think he's the greatest coach of all time, it's about the players.
Yes.
And
more so than him.
It's always more. It's always about the players play the game. You can coach them to do the right thing, but if the players don't do it or can't execute it, you don't win.
I think coaches are involved somewhat in certain sports.
They're not involved. They are absolutely not involved at all.
Okay, you say that coaches. So you say coaches can lose games.
Players,
right?
that's right, because sending out a bad play call or
My
doing
point exactly. So
dumb,
a coach technically can impact a game and impact a win.
Okay,
Andy Reid.
They're not winning games.
Wouldn't you say that if Patrick Mahomes was put on a different system other than Andy Reid's system, that he probably wouldn't be producing to the quality and caliber that he's producing now?
No,
right?
I think he's one.
So you
of
think
those
he can be
guys.
put on any? You think he'd be put on the Panthers and he would play just as well,
I
or put on the Dolphin system right now and play just as well?
I think he'd be just as good in the Dolphin system.
What about the Panthers?
Yeah, I think he'd be just as good.
I think
Now,
you are delusional.
If you're
I
going to
think
ask
you are
me,
delusional.
if you're going to ask me if he's winning Super Bowls, no.
Okay, but then he's not. Then he's not playing on the caliber of what he can play at. Then,
But
right?
it's a
He's not
team
winning
game.
Super Bowls.
But it's a team game. But you can't belittle Patrick Mahomes saying the only reason he's winning is because he's playing for the
I'm not
Chiefs.
saying the only reason he's winning. I'm saying the coach contributes a substantial portion of that. It's not just the players. If you have a stupid, idiotic coach, like who is it? Dan Campbell. You hate him and think he's so dumb because he always goes for it on fourth down, right? So if you have a coach like that, he can negatively impact the team so much that they
That's
end up
right.
losing the game.
Negatively
right?
impact the game, not positively.
Okay, but technically it is a positive if they're making the correct call and they're doing the right thing and they're winning games. That's a positive because guess what? They could do the reverse, which is making the incorrect call, not doing the right thing and losing games.
How was Bill Belichick when Tom Brady wasn't his quarterback?
Not as
losing
good.
record. Losing record.
Not as good. Yeah.
Okay, losing record. Lost his job in Cleveland. Was a loser. Was 5-11 his first year with New England. Then Brady comes in after 2 games. They win a Super Bowl. The rest is history. As soon as Brady leaves, they're back to being a sub 500 team again. How did they look? They beat UNC Charlotte last night. How'd they look?
I didn't even watch the game, honestly.
Not
I
too
didn't even
good.
watch the game.
How'd they look against TCU?
They got killed by TCU.
Killed.
They looked really bad against TCU.
You can have the greatest. You can have the greatest scheme in the world, the greatest game plan, but if the players cannot execute it, you're not going to win.
Yep.
Period. Or the players aren't talented enough. You're not going to win. It's
And
just
now-
that plain and simple.
Yep.
Players win games, coaches lose them.
Now getting into our next topic here, we have college football. And this was University of Southern Florida coaches rightfully go crazy in the press box after upsetting number 13 Florida, a really, really bad loss for the Gators and a really good win for the Bulls.
Okay.
I know we have some Florida fans that watch this show.
That is a no-no. You do not cheer in the press box. You
This
just-
is after the game.
Okay. No, you don't do it. You don't do it. As someone who worked in that environment, you absolutely do not do that. If you're doing your locker room, fine. Not in the press box. This does not look like it's the press box either, by the way.
It says press deck right here.
Okay. It's not the press box. It's different.
They're not in the actual box. It's them walking out.
That's different.
They're not in the actual press box.
When
right
you're in the press box, you're with the other team. You're with newspaper.
I mean, they're
people.
walking out with the other team, but this is like, so think about it with the Panthers stadium, right? Like, you had the press box. This would be like them walking through like the Silver Club section, right? To leave the stadium.
Okay, well, that's totally different.
This is like the press deck is like, it's outside of the actual box. They're not in the box.
Okay.
It's like the main common area.
You're supposed to maintain your composure when you're in an environment with the other team. You just are. I'm just telling you that's just the way it is. That's you are not allowed to cheer in the press box. Absolutely. It's verboten. I'm just telling you.
I'll just tell you one thing. I mean, I'm not discussing that. I'll just tell you Florida did pay $500,000 to lose. By the way, they paid USF $500K to play that game and ended up losing.
Okay, well, good for them. And good for USF, right?
Yep. Yeah. Hey, they just knocked. They're going to be ranked after this week. They beat two ranked teams. They beat number 25 Boise State and then just beat number 13 Florida. So
yeah, well,
they absolutely be ranked after this week.
They're number 18.
What?
They're number 18.
Oh, so they are ranked. Okay. Yeah. I did not know if they were ranked or not. So I did want to show you this next here, Grumpy. Speaking of, we were talking about Arch Manning earlier.
Mr. Underarm.
It says, Arch, if your shoulder is hurting that bad when you throw, get the fuck out of, or get the, I guess, GTFO off the field.
Get the frick off the field.
Check out this replay and the way that he's grimacing. Bro, if your shoulder hurts that bad, you should not be throwing the football. Okay? Just look at this.
Okay, we don't. Okay, this I don't know who
Hits
this
it,
guy
winds
is.
it up, and then
But see,
immediately.
look at where he's throwing the ball.
Bro, why are you out there? If it hurts that bad, why are you out there? This is how you do permanent damage to your shoulder by doing shit like this. Somebody needs to be an adult with him and just tell him, bro, you need to sit on the sidelines.
Do you want to know why if his arm is hurting? You want to know why it's hurting?
He throws sidearm. But the thing is, that would be hurting his elbow more than his shoulder.
His fundamentals are so bad. I said it last week on this show. Brady should talk to Peyton and say, we need to fix this kid. You want the kid to be a success? Because every single ball he throws down the field has that hump on it. And he might be completing them yesterday against St. Mary's Sisters of the Poor. But against good teams and in the NFL, they're all picks. Everything's got a hump on it. You look at NFL games. How many guys throw the ball on a line nowadays?
Not many.
Not too many, right? Not too many. Lamar Jackson does. Josh Allen does. Mahomes can.
Can we just say Derrick Henry is having himself a day and absolutely owns the Bills defense?
He is. How old is he? He's a Hall of Famer, right? First ballot?
Yes.
No?
Yes.
I mean,
absolutely
incredible.
I'm just saying he owns the Bills defense. He did the same thing to the Bills last year.
Yeah.
Last year he put up a ton of points.
But the Bills wound up winning that game.
During the regular season?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
They? Oh no! I think they blew out the Bills. I think they
Yeah.
blew out the Bills in the regular season. and lost in the playoffs.
They lost in the playoffs, but yeah, they blew them out in the regular season. But he owns their defense. I don't know what it is. He just owns their defense.
Yeah,
I mean,
run the ball.
He's got to have close to 100 yards tonight rushing already. He had 65 or 64 yards rushing already in a touchdown.
He's good. I mean, and he's 30s, right?
Yeah.
You expect him to slow down.
Lamar Jackson touchdown.
It's
They're gonna beat Buffalo tonight. They will beat Buffalo tonight.
Maybe they need some more Dalton Kincaid.
But again, what have all the touchdowns come from? It's all rushing.
Yeah,
Everything's
they run the
rushing.
ball.
That's what I said. And you wonder why, when speaking fantasy talk, you wonder why I don't pick players from teams that have mobile quarterbacks, is because guess what? Those quarterbacks don't really like to throw the ball. They like to run a lot.
True.
That's why I don't pick anybody off of Baltimore. I picked Zay Flowers one year, and that was the last time I did that. Nope. Puts up no points.
Okay.
I don't know if this is going to get our show kicked off, but we do have a fan fight.
Oh, I like those.
You want to risk it?
How long is the fan fight?
20 seconds.
I think we can risk it.
Okay, this is Oklahoma, Michigan fan fight.
Oh, well, okay. Better be good. Okay. That's not much of a fight.
They're both choking this guy out.
Okay, turn it off. That's not much of a fight. I want punches thrown. I want chokes.
Well, that was.
I'm not looking for somebody, for Royce Gracie putting somebody in chokehold. I don't want that. I want to see fists being thrown. I want to see people like Philly's girl getting flipped over the barricade. That's what I want to see.
Philly's girl getting flipped over the barricade.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I do not have Philly's girl getting flipped over the barricade. Yeah. But guess what? I do have a boatload of comments that we need to get to, Grumpy.
All right, X.
All right, let's get into some of these comments. Let's get rolling.
James Farrell says, big win for my Raiders. Was not pretty, but I'll take it. Raiders are not good.
Yeah, they're not.
New England.
And Brock Powers hopefully can return, because I have him in fantasy, and he left the game after he got his knee injury. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he can return, because if he doesn't, I might as well just quit that fantasy league for the rest of the year. So
sorry, X. Gungun says, the Jets are a big steaming pile of dung. Oh boy, that stink bomb game stung.
You know what? They actually looked good. I was going to say the same thing that you said. I don't think they looked bad. I think it was a couple of mistakes that ended up beating them, right? But
Jets,
all in all, their offense looked good against a better defense in the league. You have to be happy with the Jets' performance today, in my opinion, if you're a Jets fan.
The Jets do Jets things to lose.
Yes.
But you cannot say that was a terrible game today. It was very entertaining.
Yeah, back and forth, high scoring.
The Jets had, again, that idiot who went to the Hammerhead. He was a defensive coordinator for the Hammerhead in Detroit. He went for it for 2 points. It was 9-7, and they went for a 2-point conversion. Dude, why not just kick the extra point? It's the first quarter.
The analytics.
They wound up losing by 2, right?
Yep.
There's your 2 points. There it is.
James F says, will you guys be watching tonight's game? Yes, we are watching tonight's game. I currently have it on. Grumpy, do you have it on?
It's on in the background.
So is mine. I really have. I've just been glancing every once in a while. And then, of course, the only thing I see is Derrick Henry running the ball like crazy. That's why I mentioned it. I haven't seen anything else. But
pretty darn good.
Yep.
Gungun says, Davy Johnson, rest in peace. Son X, would you recommend buying outright or a lease?
Outright, so you own it.
That's right. A lease is the dumbest thing ever. You're renting something. You only want to own it. And Davy Johnson was the Mets manager in 1986 when they won the World Series. He was a former baseball player for a number of teams, but I remember him specifically for the Atlanta Braves. I think one year he had 40 home runs playing second base, and he was an excellent manager for the Mets for a lot of years. Rest in peace, Davy Johnson. Freedom Fund Adventure says, Jackson's son definitely has mental issues, but it's not his first assault. His dad's behavior since has been odd, although his dad was a great of MMA, 100% on Jackson going to prison. You need to be held accountable for that.
Absolutely.
I mean,
treat him like you treat any other normal citizen, right?
Yes.
Why do these athletes, these celebrities, these persons of interest, these popular people, why do they all get preferential treatment compared to the regular person?
Money, 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 money.
And it's,
money.
It shouldn't be that way. Should not be that way.
True. Gungun says, Ken Dryden, rest in peace. Son X, Where is the Isles Felice?
The Isles Fleece is back there. I don't know if you can see it. It's back
You
there.
can't see it. Well, make sure that you see it. We still can't see it. It doesn't.
There it
matter.
is right there.
Oh, there it is. But when you got your room in the dark like that, it's tough to see anything that far back.
It's back
Do
there.
you know who Ken Dryden was, X?
Yes. Name sounds very familiar. I'm trying to put a finger on it. Dryden.
5, 4, 3.
Football
2,
player.
1. Wrong.
Hockey
he was
player.
he was a Hall of Fame goaltender for the Montreal Canadiens.
That's right. I did see something about that on ESPN.
He came up. His first year, I believe, was 1971. He came up towards the tail end of the season, and I think he won the Conn Smythe Trophy as a rookie, I believe. Don't quote me on it.
We're quoting you.
Okay.
You're wrong.
He was also a lawyer. Went to Harvard. Really smart guy. He was the color commentator with Al Michaels for the Miracle on Ice against the Russian team for the United States. And a great goaltender. He was relatively young. It's funny. I look at the age these guys are dying. I'm like, boy, these guys are dying young. And they're like in their 70s. And maybe because I'm, closing on that.
Well, the average life expectancy, I think, is
Like
75 or 72, something like
I ain't
that.
got much time left, I guess, X.
That's right. You got to make the most of it. Got to make the most of it.
The Warden. I spent a little bit of money this weekend. The Warden.
See this literally all the time. You got to make the most of it. And that's a you guys decision.
It's I get browbeat by the Warden if I spend a nickel.
Oh.
You noticed today we were talking about everything. She was just ignoring us, and all of a sudden we brought up some money stuff.
And then
what
she
happened?
immediately looked over and was like, "You got to be kidding me."
Yeah, that's what she said.
I'm just saying though, make the most of your life while you still have it.
That's what I say too.
That's all. Or especially before you get too old and can't do certain
That's right.
things.
You get to be too old, you can't be doing certain things because
Your body physically can't do it. That's why I said make sure you do what you want to do and get the stuff that you want to do out of the way while you still can.
That's what I say.
You only live once, right? You only live
Yeah.
once. You don't
I-
take
I
you don't
told
take
you.
your money to the grave. So
I wanted the Warden. I want to get the Warden another car instead of the jalopy, instead of the gas can. That I got to check to see it's water. Anytime you leave the air conditioner on when the car stop, it overheats.
yeah, and the air conditioning stops working. I did experience that when I drove it yesterday.
I just need to get another car. And she's like, no, I like this one. No. I'm like, it's tough dealing with somebody like that because you know what I'm saying.
Yep,
right?
I know what you're saying. Yep. And James F said, guys, in the Broncos versus Titans game, they used the new technology to measure for first downs. I thought they weren't using that during the season. Any thoughts?
I think it's dumb. That what do they really need? They need to have they need the technology to spot the ball, not to measure it. I mean, do you not think the guys could waddle in off the side and stretch out the chain? I mean, because that's what it is, right? It's just where the chain is.
It's the spot that matters. And the
That's
thing
the
is,
problem.
they have chips in the end of the balls.
Yeah.
In
They
each end.
know where it
Why
is.
can't they utilize that to show, okay, at this time period, at this specific time, this is where the ball was, and say this is where it needs to be marked on the field, right?
That's right.
They literally have chips built into the ends of the balls. Not that hard.
Yeah. Gungut says this year the Mets play up or down to their competition. Grumpy, has Sun X passed his audition?
I don't think. Well, I think I passed the audition due to there being no other applicants.
Ooh.
I mean,
X needs for the Islander show. X needs to familiarize himself more with the team. It's imperative. He should be looking at last year films. He should be studying film right now. That's what he should be doing.
James F says, guys, who won the U.S. Open today? I did
Carlos
not watch.
Alvarez in 4 sets.
Okay. I think you said that earlier.
Yep, sure did. It's how I opened the show. Gungun says, Son X, when your father was younger, did he dress in a more flamboyant fashion? Should we look upon the sad sack New York Jets with compassion?
Did you dress in a more flamboyant fashion? I used to have that mustache.
That's not dressing in a flamboyant fashion. Having a mustache, by the way.
You wore, I don't know. You wore more like 80s clothes. I mean, I don't. Would you consider 80s clothes more flamboyant?
The answer is no. There's never been a flamboyant dresser. That's like somebody, like with bell bottoms and
Oh no, you never
nice
wore that
shirts
stuff.
and stuff.
No.
And since they mentioned the sad sack Jets,
No, I think they looked good today.
They had I thought so too. They had a 30 for 30 on the New York Sack Exchange, which was, do you know what the New York Sack Exchange was, X?
No.
That was a really good defensive front for the New York Jets back in the 1980s, which had Joe Klecko, Marty Lyons.
I remember I know Joe Klecko is.
Mark Gastineau, and all these, they were really, really good for a long period of time. Mark Gastineau came off looking really bad, I thought. Marty Lyons, who I like, came off as sanctimonious. Abdul Salam, he's dead now. I thought he came out the best of everybody, but you could barely understand what he's saying. He was in a wheelchair.
Was this the one where one of the players went ahead and talked with Brett Favre about the sack?
Yeah, that's Mark Gastineau.
Okay.
It's like, dude, just
okay. If you think about it, though, now I'll say this is a little bit different, right? Different time period when he played, right? Players weren't making anywhere near as much money.
True.
Right?
True.
That's probably his entire life was having that sack record.
I felt kind of bad for him.
I felt bad for him too, because I'm thinking of it through his point of view in his shoes. I'm thinking of it like all these other players now. Like, think about it. He's not on a television show like Michael Strahan is, doing commentary every week, right? He's not making millions of dollars like Michael Strahan is. That sack record was probably his entire life, and
Agreed.
It's gone.
Agreed. I felt bad for him, not about the sack record, but he's so bitter about a lot of things. And, he said, when he was younger, he was a fat kid and he was made fun of all the time. When he came into the league, he was made fun of.
Yeah.
And you could see why somebody like that would kind of be to himself, so to speak. But he was a shameless self-promoter, and you know how much I love those guys.
Yeah.
But I thought he came up, particularly but then you see him meeting with the guys and he's hugging them and stuff like that. And Marty Lyons came off, and I think Marty Lyons is a really A1 person. A1. But man, Judgy is shit. I'm sorry, bro. Don't be so judgmental. I mean, you didn't like Mark Gastineau because you thought he wasn't a team guy or this, that, the other thing. Okay, that's fine. I thought Klecko came out fine. Much better as he's gotten older. The older you get, you should have a little bit more perspective on things. I thought Marty Lyons just came off as a sanctimonious piece of shit. And I like Marty Lyons. And I respect him as a person. But him just, ripping Gastineau sees things one way, and he's like, well, if he thinks that, he wasn't there, he doesn't know what he's talking. Like, dude, come on. And he's the one that says, I hope we can let these things go. Well, you certainly haven't.
Yeah.
I mean, he just came up there. Abdul Salam was borderline dead during the interview. He's dead in real life now. But he came off, I thought, the best, honestly.
He was dead.
Maybe because he didn't, and Gastineau, I felt bad for him because you could tell, he said he was raped when he was a kid on a farm, and I don't know if that shit's true. I felt a little bad for him because he's bitter, but then you see him with the guys and he's hugging them and he's congratulating them in certain things. But if you just let him talk to it, it's like, he's almost like he's a wrestler. He's just, playing the heel character. It was interesting. Actually, you should see it's on ESPN a couple times this week. You should eyeball it. It was interesting and certainly a throwback to the olden days.
Okay.
Next comment, please.
Yep. Sorry.
James Farrell says Ryan Clark is the worst dresser too. Anyone who wears a hoodie with a dress coat is an idiot. Well, I'm not gonna comment on his attire. But
I'll just say his takes are really sometimes really poor.
I'll never forget him trash talking Brady, and Brady made him his bitch. Like, honestly, Pittsburgh, the whole state of Pennsylvania hates Brady just because he just owned the Steelers, owned them. Guggen says, did you discuss the Dirty Eagle hocking a loogie on poor Dak?
We did.
Are most players' IQs under attack? Well, they are.
The Huck Tua Bowl. That's what I'm calling it.
Whatever happened to Huck Tua?
She did the pump and dump with the cryptocurrency, and everybody hates her.
Did she make money?
Yeah, but I think she had to give it all back.
Why?
I think she had to give it all back, or she lost it, or something like that. I don't remember. Okay. Well, I think through lawyer fees, she lost the majority of it.
Okay. Well, believe me, she can get right back on top. The last real champion, who's that? Hulk Hogan,
No, no,
yes,
it's
it was a-
John Cena.
It was a real pleasure beating both of you gentlemen this week.
Do you
in
know
fantasy
who this
football.
is?
It's Derek Monroe.
That is correct. That is correct.
Yeah, my team's had a bad
Yeah,
week. It's
my
week
team
one.
sucked.
It's week one. It's week one. It's a long season. Long season.
Oh my God! Look at this little name he's got for it.
Chapel Bill
Bill.
gets his first college win against poor old Charlotte. Where did Derek go to school?
Did
he go to school?
Derek did not go to college.
Did he go to high school? Or did
Yes, he went to high school.
Did he? Did he finish?
Yeah, yes, he finished high school.
I don't know.
Yes, he finished high school.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, no, I don't know if he's in school right now. I'm not sure.
he's not. He's not. I'm
not
sure.
sure.
He's not. I'm sure he's not.
But yeah, he's a big Chapel Hill fan.
He's an
Chapel-
Arsenal fan too, is he not?
He is also an Arsenal fan. Arsenal not looking too hot this season again.
Freedom Fundamental says the last real champion sounds to me like a name TJ would come up with. Big dumb bastard. Is that you? It is
No,
not.
It's not. It is not.
I know when TJ comes on these shows.
Yes.
There's apps. I know when TJ's on the shows. Freedom Fundamental ad. Sebastian Janikowski went to my high school. What, University of Poland? Since we had the same soccer coach but different years, I kept hearing about his leg and how strong he was, but quickly you heard downwind. He was a boozer. Well, Drew says, I apologize for absolutely flooding the DMs full of memes, but they were too funny not to send. X, do you have any of those?
Yeah, I will pull some up. We'll just get to our comments were getting flooded, so I was like, we need to get to some of
We
those.
can never have enough memes, Drew.
Yes, correct.
Next comment, please. Freedom Fundamental adds, Dolphins should have terminated Greer and McDaniel last year, although this past draft was Greer's best by far. Tua, Hill, Chubb, just because he's expensive, whatever else should be traded. They're bad. They're bad. Oh my God, Derrick Henry again. It's like every run is like 15, 20 yards. Just touches the ball, it's 20 yards. Yeah, Dolphins they're bad. They're bad. Who's the big University of Florida fan on here? Is that Freedom Fun Adventure?
It is Freedom Fun Adventure.
Was he not chirping the shit out of us last week?
He absolutely was
Florida?
about how we were losers. That is
Freedom,
correct.
what happened to your Florida boys this week? That's what I want to know.
Not too good. Both Florida teams. Not
Sounds like he's.
Hold on, you just went on mute.
I got it.
We missed what you said.
I think he's just out there shifting gears.
All right, Drew sent. Yes, he is not kidding. He sent a bunch of memes. We can get into some of those if you want, Grumpy.
Yeah, what the heck? Why not?
All right, this is the first one we have. It says Bill Belichick also requires 24 Viagras to achieve a Max Johnson. It says, ironically, UNC's backup quarterback, Max Johnson, is 24 years old, the same age as Jordan Hudson, Bill Belichick's girlfriend.
Why is Max Johnson? Oh, he looks better than the starter.
Oh, that was pretty funny. That was pretty good.
That's pretty funny.
And
I
we
don't know.
have
Is that
here-
cause low blood pressure? Is that what it causes? I don't know.
It says Red Zone will now have commercials. Streamies has been permanently shut down. NFL has teamed up with Mr. Beast. NFL teams have male cheerleaders now, and it's John Cena.
Well, he's a bitch, John Cena. He's a loser. I mean, why is his hair the same? You know he's dyeing that hair himself. You know he is. And he's bald in the back.
And Drew said, just clarification, I do not care about the Mr. Beast or Mayor Cheerleaders part. He's talking about Streamies getting taken down, which was very, very sad. And then also he is talking about NFL Red Zone now having advertisements, which is very sad. No more 8 or 9 hours of uninterrupted.
Okay. The commercials were not intrusive. There were very, very few of them. I'm not even complaining about it. Just a couple. All the rest of the things, I don't even know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So that was not a good tweet, X.
This one says UNC after Belichick puts his 24-year-old girlfriend in at quarterback.
Oh, this should be funny. Oh, look at this. She looks out of place. Why is she?
Wow, yeah. Okay, this ball is really flat. I'm going to give it to the ref. Right after I run it in for a touchdown.
Jess. Oh! Oh, my God.
Oh, that's a penalty for taunting.
That would be a penalty for taunting. Oh, that was pretty good though.
That one made me laugh.
We got a couple other ones here.
You could pop up a comment while you're queuing up the memes too, X.
Says Jalen Carter tonight. 0 plays, 1 saliva spit, 1 ejection.
Is the man retarded? I don't know, but I'm just going to say one thing. You see the University of Florida yesterday, their guy doing the same thing, and I want him costing the game at the
It
end.
absolutely did. It absolutely did. And it's like, how did you not learn from Jalen Carter's mistake?
Yes.
Right? How did you not think like, okay, this guy literally 2 days ago got ejected for doing the same exact thing, and I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. It's like, think. Jalen Carter driving home from the stadium, Grumpy.
Oh, boy, this should be fun. Is there spit on the windshield?
Nobody's driving pretty quick.
Yeah. Did he kill anybody this time?
I don't know.
I think he's probably abusing the speed limit. Is that fair?
That's not actually Jalen Carter, by the way.
I know that. But whoever took that video is probably abusing the speed limit. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Next comment, please. Drew says, oops.
Oh, sorry.
Also, I was right on the money with my Colts prediction. Tua is finished. He can't even score against Indy's terrible defense. And Mike McDaniel made Daniel Jones look like Peyton Manning.
It's very true.
Yikes. Oh, here we go. Since 2020, CeeDee Lamb leads the NFL in drops with 35. He had 2 big drops in the fourth quarter towards the end of the game. Big.
Yes.
One was like, dude, you catch that ball, you win the game.
Yep.
And I did with 2 big ones. When you're getting paid the money he's getting paid, and you're at that level of play, you got to come up with those plays. One was right in his hands.
Mm-hmm.
Can't blame Dak Prescott on some of those throws that were dropped. James Farrell says, can Josh Allen be a generational quarterback? Absolutely can be. Is he a generational quarterback? Yeah, I think he is.
Gotta win something to be a generational quarterback, and I think you gotta win a Super Bowl, right?
I don't
gotta win a
think
Super Bowl.
I don't think that's the case.
I think it is.
Okay.
And it says worst possible quarterback to his decision making / CTE for his head, to his arm strength, to his hand size, to his accuracy, to his athleticism, his height, his mobility.
Now he's got a silly haircut too.
Oh, I haven't even seen his haircut. I just thought that was funny. Oh my God. Oh my God. They made him cross-eyed.
Oh. Maybe that's why he can't complete the passes.
Oh, maybe it is. And those are the tweets that we'd received from Drew. So let's get back into some of these comments here, and then we'll wrap up the show after these comments, Grumpy.
Drew says Josh Allen needs a wide receiver so bad, although X's glorified right tackle had a nice TD earlier. That's right, X. Drew remembers you saying that about.
Drew does remember me saying that about the glorified right tackle, the guy who's only in there to block and puts up an average of 2 to 3 fantasy points every week.
That's
yeah.
right.
Shocker. You want to know why he's performing this year, Drew? Because he's not on my fantasy team. It's the same thing Todd Gurley did. It's like he knows.
Yeah.
Hate him.
Drew says also Jackson Dart at this rate is going to play week 3. No, he's not going to play that early. It's going to be like week 6 or 7. They're going to do the same thing they did with Eli Manning when they had Kurt Warner as the quarterback. And Kurt Warner was actually performing really well. So I think he kind of got the raw end of the bad end of the stick in that deal. But, you draft a guy number 1 overall, whoever's there, you're going to take the back seat when the kid's ready. Dayball, Drew says Dayball already sounds like he's done with Russ after one game. It's not. It wasn't Russell Wilson's fault today. Gungo says, although the Jets can suck it, I was impressed today by Justin Fields' play. And the more I think about it, Phil Spax is A-OK.
Yeah, honestly, I thought Fields played really well today. He ran when he needed to, right?
Yeah.
Made the plays with his legs when he needed to. But then also he was hitting some passes. So I think if you're a Jets fan, you cannot complain about today.
Their quarterbacks Their quarterback is better than it was last year.
Absolutely. Even
James
though their
Farrell-
last year's quarterback just beat you this year, he's better than he was last year.
True. James Farrell says AI is already the death of music.
Yeah.
Drew says, I got to admit, Frank C's fantasy team did incredibly well, considering he had like 4 Jets players.
Yeah, it was
Shoot,
not a
he
good-
still has a chance of beating me.
I'm done. I'm definitely done in every league this week.
It's week 1. And, here's the thing. I was projected to win in every league. Was I?
lost.
I think I was. And it just didn't work out that way. It happens. It's week 1. Drew says, I'm just glad TJ implemented those yard bonuses for receivers that saved me when Jackson Smith and Jigba had a big catch towards the end of the game.
Oh, so TJ's manipulating the rules?
Yeah, he juices the stats.
Oh, shocker, right?
They give
Shocker.
you those options to juice the stats.
Hmm.
I'm not a big juice the stats guy, but TJ always does that. He always
Interesting. He probably looked at what his team. Yeah, he can no longer be in charge.
He always juices the stats.
Yep.
Drew says also Grumpy's team had a classic week 1 fantasy moment where all the supposed good plays played like shit. I've got no doubt next week will be better for you. Yeah, I'm just, it happens, right? I mean, that's the whole thing. It's 1 week, and these guys did not play in the preseason, so I expect them to get better as the year goes on. It's just about making the playoffs. That's what the whole thing's about. Drew says that Karen's job is pestering the neighborhood and being on the neighborhood PTA. Isn't it the neighborhood? Isn't that parents?
PTO. Yeah, I think it's PTO.
Okay. Gungu says, is the Phillies ball stealing woman the anti Peter Pan? When we need him most, where is Batman? I hope someone doxes her.
Oh, they probably already have. Her information's probably definitely out already.
Yeah. It's just
somebody's already found out who she is. I guarantee you
The
that.
kid wound up turning out pretty good. I'm
Yeah,
gonna say that.
honestly, it was a better situation for the kid, but to take the risk that that's going to happen,
Yeah.
is pretty risky. But yeah, she's a scumbag.
Freedom Front Adventure goes, Grumpy, I hear you say that crazy Philly Karen wouldn't have gotten the ball off of you, and X agreed, but I remember you two getting run out of Texas Roadhouse by a couple of broads and backing down at a Broadway show. Backing down at a
Oh, he's talking about when we wouldn't let that lady in.
Did I back down in either situation?
No, you didn't. That girl did get the seat at Texas Roadhouse though, and that other lady did
Well,
not.
because I went to the bathroom.
Yeah, that is
But
true.
here's the thing. She's probably dead now.
The
So-
mother.
The mother's
Definitely.
dead. And
Definitely.
probably the daughter's dead too. I mean, when you're a bitch, you don't live long. So, yeah.
God.
James Farrell said, just found out that Karen got fired from his admin job. Great. Good. Freedom stealing a ball from a kid. Why don't you steal lollipops from babies?
I wonder how that conversation went.
You're an
Oh, yeah,
embarrassment
sorry.
to our
Yeah,
kids.
yeah, we're gonna have to let you go. For what? Well, one, you flipped off the entire crowd, so that's not a good look. And 2, you stole a ball from a child, from a well, not a make-a-wish child, but you stole a ball from a child on their birthday.
And number 3, the guy who you stole the ball from, that's my brother. Fired. Freedom Front Adventure goes, a band posted, and she also bullied a kid at their show and took the set list and a pic from him. I don't think that's true. She is clearly mental, and I bet I know which Indian woman she recently voted for. Well, I saw a little tweet that says, oh, Elizabeth Warren was at the game, and they showed the other thing. It wasn't Elizabeth Warren, but it's funny nonetheless. Freedom Front Adventure adds, I mean, I can see Belichick banning Patriots scout in return, but why would you need to go there? And it hurts the players by not scouting in person and pro days. I think those rules will be relaxed when pro days come and stuff like that.
I'm just saying, it's one, it's not a good look for Belichick. You're petty as hell. And
he-
2, if it doesn't get relaxed, then yes, I think it will, regardless of what you think, negatively impact those players, or could possibly negatively impact them.
I don't think it'll hurt the players because pro days are different. They're not going to ban, oh, you can't come here on pro day. It's not going to happen.
Okay, here's my thing. There's 32 teams in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
So would you want to go play for a coach where now you're down to 31 teams that you can play for because he's never going to talk with anybody from the Patriots organization? Would you want to go play there?
I don't think that'll be the case.
So you think that he's going to talk with scouts?
Yeah.
When he won't even let them in their facility. You think that he's going to talk to scouts about his guys and want his players going to play for the Patriots? You're delusional.
If you want to keep your job,
he might not even keep his job after this year with how badly they're
who
playing.
cares what he thinks? Actually, it's a benefit. The Patriots know what Bill Belichick's all about. He was there for 25 years. They know what he's about. They know. They know the people's champion is the only reason they won. Believe me, it's fully in focus now. So obvious. But here's the thing. His bitterness towards the Crafts is really on display here. Just really is. Mario Vargas says Ken Dryden has the distinction of winning a Stanley Cup before winning an NHL regular season game. That is correct.
Pretty cool.
Freedom Front Ranch goes, Son X, you don't sit like the USF coaches. It's unprofessional and shows you haven't won much before. That behavior could lead to confrontation. Getting $500,000 to play in the swamp isn't excessive.
Okay, I'm just going to say USF probably hasn't won much before. Let's be honest, right? That was probably the biggest win that their team has had in years. In years, right? Florida's always been a better team than USF has. USF is probably not knocked off many number 13 teams in the country in their existence of a school, right? So that was a big win for them. I understand. I mean, I can see why they were really excited and really happy. They probably didn't think that they had a shot in hell of beating Florida at Florida. Go for them. Again, I agree with you, Grumpy. It's a little excessive to be cheering like that. I understand that they're happy, but yeah, just do it in a different area.
It's a no-no. It's a big no-no.
But still, yes, they got paid $500,000 to beat Florida.
Okay.
Can't take that away.
That's true. Freedom Fund Rancher Ed, Son X, how are you helping Grumpy make the best of the rest of his life? How are you making memories with him?
I used to do stuff with Grumpy all the time.
What?
I asked you to do stuff with you all the time. You don't ever want to do it with me.
I asked you to fill up the water. Did you do that?
Okay, that's not making a memory. That's called being a freaking indentured servant.
Filling up the water that you drank is making you
okay. You make it sound like I drink the 40 plus bottles that are in there.
Drinking the Gatorade or the soda that's
You do
in
not
there.
drink Gatorade. You do not drink Gatorade. You do not drink Gatorade.
So you refill the Gatorade that you do drink?
No, I can refill the Gatorade then. That's fine. I can refill the Gatorade. I can refill the Gatorade. Okay, so the only memories you want me to make with you are me filling up your refrigerator.
Not true.
Is that what I'm hearing? Well, that's what you just said. I said I've asked you multiple things with you that you don't want to do.
Actually, I
but
think
then you go ahead and say, "Yeah, I asked you to fill up the refrigerator." So the only memories you want to make with me are me filling up the refrigerator for you. Correct?
Okay.
I mean, if that's seriously the big memory you want to make with me, by golly, I'll fill it up every time I'm over there for you, Grumpy, to give you the best memories that you can possibly have. I will fill that refrigerator up for you. You can take pictures of me filling it up so you can save them. Look at them later.
Here's the thing, X. You filling up the refrigerator with water would be memorable for certain.
Okay, you make it sound like I've never filled up the refrigerator.
You never fill it up, X.
Oh my god. Oh my god. No, I've asked Grumpy to go and do things with me and go to have experiences with me, but he does not want to.
Do I not go and have experiences with you?
I have asked you before if you wanted to go do something. It was a big trip. I asked if you wanted to take it with me. I said you wouldn't even have to pay for anything for me at all. It would just be me and you going and doing something.
Which trip was this?
I asked.
Well, I didn't have to pay anything.
Yes, you wouldn't have to pay anything. You wouldn't have to pay anything. No, you would have to pay for yourself to go, but you wouldn't have had to pay for me. Where we could go do it together. I asked if you wanted to go see a game in Spain. You said no. You said I'm not leaving the country. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, why do I need to go overseas? I mean, I could see games over here.
I'm just saying again.
Weren't you like the communist countries too?
That's not a communist country. Spain is not a communist
country. What about
country.
the other countries you were in? You were in other countries.
I was in no communist countries. None of the countries I went to were
Bulgaria, somewhere like that.
I didn't go to Bulgaria.
Prague. Where the hell is Prague?
I went to Prague. Prague is not a communist country.
Look, Prague, first of all, is not a country at all. It's a city. Freedom Fund Adventure goes, the Schaefer video I mentioned is now over 2 weeks old. You didn't even know it existed. So I would bet you forget it Wednesday. Son X, will your matching number 28 jersey and shirt for you and baby Liza arrive in time for game 1.
I hope so.
He's not buying one. He's not going to get one. JP says, I know I'm late to the party, but rest in peace, Ken Dryden, one of the greatest ever, bar none. My dad hated him. It's like that big slob just stands there, lets the puck hit him.
God almighty.
Could you see him saying it like that, X?
Yes, I absolutely could. That's why I'm laughing.
Freedom Fun Adventure says, Florida
that's
sucks. USF is our daddy. Who knows how many other teams are going to beat the shit out of Florida this year? I don't know. But probably the Seabreeze High School in Daytona Beach will beat them. The same high school as the Allman Brothers beat them. Florida Georgia Line, older France family from the Francis family from NASCAR. Okay, you want to know who didn't go to that high school? That winning high school, University of Florida Gators.
Oh,
yeah, rolled.
Not today. I will say though, Florida in the past probably the best college football team of all time, right?
No.
You think that there's a better college football team than that university? Actually, the Miami team is probably the best college football team of all time.
That LSU team with Joe Burrow and Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase.
No.
Oh yes.
No.
Yes.
Do you know the names that were on that University of Miami team?
Which
one?
one?
Do you know the names that were on the one that was phenomenal with
They
Greg
had one?
Olson, with both the Pouncey twins on it, with Ed Reed on it. That team was ridiculous.
Okay, no. You never even seen him play. You never even seen him play, X.
I'm talking about the names of the players who were on that team.
Like I said, you never even seen him play. That LSU.
Okay,
team
if that LSU team is so good,
dynamic.
why didn't they win back-to-back national championships? They were so
Because
good.
Joe Burrow only played there 1 year.
He was on the team. Wasn't he on the team that other year? He was just a backup.
He wasn't a starter.
Oh, it sounds like that team wasn't good enough then, right? He wasn't good enough to start.
And by the way, Pouncey's did not play the same time as Greg Olson. And it was Ray Lewis was the player. And that's like back in 2000. X, you don't know what the hell you're talking about, X.
Pouncey's did play at the same time. Okay, you're going to make me look it up.
Look it up, X. Look it up, X. Someone's chirping in and feed me that information, X. And that team was not the greatest of all time. I'm sorry. You're wrong. Wrong-orama. Did they even win a national championship? Probably not. The 2001 Miami team. I remember everyone said they were great and they lost to Penn State in a championship game. They've had games where they've lost a championship game when they were the convicts against the Catholics against the convicts. Even did a series on it. Now, I'm not saying that University of Miami hasn't been a good team, but I don't think any of their teams is the greatest of all time. I couldn't even name a quarterback on that team. And it's about how you play in college, not in the pros.
2001 Miami roster. It was the 2001 team.
Why is it?
They had Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis was on that team.
Ken Dorsey blows. He sucked.
Clinton Portis blew.
So Ken Dorsey.
Willis McGay, he blew. Frank Gore blew. He was terrible too. Frank Gore, he sucked. Andre Johnson sucked. Were
they all starters?
Yeah. Jeremy Shockey sucked. He was terrible too.
So they started 3 running backs? Is that what you're saying?
They cycled them through. It was the same thing when Arkansas had Mark Ingram.
They win the national
or
championship?
Alabama had multiple running backs too, right?
Yeah, I don't think that. First of all, you never even saw them play, X. You make these bold. You never saw these guys play.
Look at the names that are on that team.
I don't need to see the names. I actually watched the games. Can we move on, please?
The 2001 NCAA Football National Championship in top division was the Miami Hurricanes, who defeated Nebraska Cornhuskers. So they did win the national championship that year.
Okay.
In my opinion, that 2001 team was the best college
That you
football
never
team.
saw play. That you
Doesn't
never
matter.
saw
They were the best. Okay, so what if I didn't see him play?
then how do you know? how
you'd say okay, so you'd say that other teams from the past are better than teams that played now, right?
Like who?
You said teams that players from you said players that before you were even born were better than players that played now. You never saw them play.
Like who?
Oh my God, Jim Brown, right? How many drives you see Jim Brown play, right? Well, why is he ranked so high as a running back?
I've watched film on Jim Brown.
Well, it doesn't matter. You
have
never
you
saw him
watched
play.
any? Okay.
Yeah, I have watched film
You're
on that Miami
full-
Hurricanes
yeah.
team. I'm not wrong. I'm not full of shit. How do you think I know about the team?
I think
How do you think I know about the team? Do you think I just stumbled across them? It was like, oh wow, this team has a lot of good name players on them.
I think you tripped
No.
over. I think you tripped over the
Oh,
water.
okay, yeah.
I think you
Again,
tripped over the water.
Babe
the
Ruth,
water-
right? Babe Ruth was pretty good, right? You never saw him play.
I think you tripped over like the water, the big bucket of water that I had to put in the refrigerator and just fell into the University of Miami.
That's it. Yep, you guessed it. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay. And they won the national championship that year. So,
okay,
as I
next
said.
comment, please. Freedom Fun Adventure says, yes, I am a Gators fan. Why? This staff coaches well when desperate, but losing anything in the swamp is inexcusable. Players very well compensated, so perhaps not always motivated. Should have been forced.
I think that's here we go. And then I think it's no, that's because the next comment doesn't. I mean, I could put up his next comment here.
Whoever drives like that, talking about Jalen Carter, is evil, putting people at risk. I blame those ridiculous Fast and Furious movies with the dumbest scripts and the worst acting. Dives off cliffs, shoots grapple line, and swings cars. Yeah, you really have to suspend your disbelief to watch those movies. What about the time they went into space?
Yeah, that was the most recent one. Or no, that was maybe 1 or 2 ago. I don't remember.
Drew says, get Josh Allen some receivers, Buffalo. Holy Christmas. Get him Tyreek Hill. No way.
No, he'd absolutely blow that.
No way. Tyreek
or
Hill.
AJ Brown.
Oh, AJ Brown.
Yeah, would not be
isn't a
bad.
bad egg.
But they're not getting rid of AJ Brown. The Eagles.
Yeah. No way for Tyreek Hill. JP says the 2001 Miami team did win the national championship. And Drew says Jalen Carter gave Dak the Hawk Tua and spat on that thing. Remember?
All right. And that's going to be our last comment of the show. Grumpy, anything you want to say before we wrap things up?
I just like to say love and laughter to everyone who listens, including those who don't, from the Grumpy Old Man and Sunex.
I want to thank everybody for coming out and listening as always. Love the interaction in the comments, and we will see you guys next time. Thanks, Grumpy.
Good night.